Hello friends and welcome back to Hades. Last time we had our first run with our new weapon, the Twin Fists of Malthorn, which unfortunately was not successful. It was a very close call though, and I think we didn't do too badly. But for now, let's get a new gear equipped and head out again. We have the ability to get the next weapon now, which I tell you right in advance is not my favorite actually. We don't even have enough keys right now, so let's take another one. And because we've already won with the spear, maybe we want to take the sword this time. Let's do that one. We haven't had the sword run in quite some time. Okay, so which keepsake do we want to take? We got from Achilles the Morbid Embracer to take less damage from the front, but more from the back. Very, very useful thing. Oh, misclicked there. And from Deucer, we got the Harpy Feather Duster, which gives us a chance from every urn that we break to gain some health back. I actually like that one quite a bit. The chances to get health items here is very, very low, but it's not bad for a beginner. Late game, you won't be using this one as much anymore, so maybe we want to actually take this now and help us a bit in the early game there. Hey, and Skelly has got something to say.
Well, pal, you have come a pretty long way, let me tell you. I think most of the smarts I've picked up you know by now. And so, if I'm fresh out of tips for you, I guess there's only one thing left to do.
Stand there eternally to be wailed upon at my whim using whichever weapon suits me at the time.
Yep, now hop to it.
Yep. Okay, so why don't we try upgrading our pact here a bit? Not make it too easy. I don't want to go all out here just now, but upgrading, doing a bit more than we have to should be fun. Foes appear in greater numbers. Let's do that. 20% more enemies per encounter. And let's also give us a bit of a time limit. 9 minutes per region of the underworld, which is not that problematic. You can also go to 7 minutes or 5 minutes per region. The 5 minutes tight deadline I think is very, very hard. 7 minute deadline is okay. Have been playing with that one on most of the time, but for now let's do this one so we are not in that much of a hurry. Heat 3 is still very, very low, but we don't have to overdo it, right?
Won't get extra bounties this way, but why not?
So in the bottom left corner we now have timer.
Zeus.
Old Hades has continued to ignore my every effort to reach out to him, young man. Oh well, but he is obstinate indeed. You are wise to seek your family's better half.
Better half, yeah. Okay, lightning strike, thunder flourish, electric shot. All normal rarity, let's go with the lightning strike. Last time I was so mad at myself for not taking it earlier. And we get another key, which will be very useful. Maybe next time we want to unlock the new weapon, or keep the keys to actually be able to finally unlock the next tier of Spirit of Night upgrades. And why not visit
I can take it.
Eos now? At the start of the game, you mostly have the ability to heal up again. And if you find some food from an urn, even better.
I sensed a certain rumbling here within the bowels of the earth. It is as though it had ingested something that did not sit well. Perhaps the earth itself wishes to spit you up and out.
Okay, what do we get? 14% chance for boons to be rare or better. One more cast. Or dash strike dealing more damage. The extra cast could be very, very useful. Reduced movement speed by more than half for 4 encounters. more damage from traps is not that bad compared to the movement speed, but I think the extra cast could be very much more useful than this one. Though, better chance for high rarity boons that early in the game. I'm a bit conflicted right now, I gotta say. Let's try the rare boons for now. Okay, so I had one thing that I wanted to talk about today. And that thing is achievements. And I don't mean like getting a good job and marrying a beautiful woman and having many kids, but more like achievements in video games. You know, I consider myself a bit of like an achievement hunter. I very much like going for achievements and 100% completion in games that I enjoy playing. So oftentimes when I played a game and I liked it, and I got like a bunch of achievements during playing it, but missed some. There are some bonus achievements that you can get, or that I missed during my first play. I will immediately start another game and go for the achievement hunt. So I think this is actually something that can be quite a lot of fun. Let's concentrate on catching the fish right now.
Fish.
Okay.
Got me a knucklehead.
But in my opinion, there are like different categories of achievements that you can get, that you can have. I know all of them are very nice, very useful, or fun to achieve at all. First of all, I think there is the storyline achievements, if you want to call them that. So a lot of video games just have some achievements that you will automatically get for playing the game.
Good.
Yeah, you play the game, you beat a boss, you get an achievement, hey, you defeated that boss. So, not too bad for that. And those achievements, yeah, could as well not be there, right? Because what did you really achieve? You played the game. But sometimes these achievements are not put behind a spoiler warning. You see, I'm mostly talking about Steam here, because most of my games I play on Steam. You have the ability there as a developer
You stabbed me.
to...
Now, don't lose heart, nephew, because in spite of all your efforts, it is probably the case that you still have a long and painful road ahead.
So you see, you can as a developer go and make it so that your achievements can't be seen by the player until they unlock it with a spoiler warning. And please, please, dear developers, do that with your storyline achievements. I indeed have come to the realization at some point, after having spoiled some games for myself, that I'm not allowed to look at the Steam achievements until I've finished the game at least once. Because if you do, there's a good chance that you see like, hey, this achievement, defeat Golroth, the Devourer of Worlds. And you're like, okay, so now I know who the final boss of this game is. Nice. And that feels very, very bad. Please, developers, don't do that. For the most part, those achievements are like, yeah, you get them by playing the game, and that's it. So then, second category of achievements there are
Thank you, Father.
These are the ones that I call the fun achievements. So the achievements that you don't automatically get, that you have to do something for, and that for the most part are fun to get. They are either do something that's tough to do,
You're late.
and once you achieve them and unlock them, you feel like you've actually done something that not everyone could do, or they are like, what do I want to say there? Yeah, something that you just feel has some impact. Yeah. So, for example,
Stronger still.
things like that. When I was playing XCOM 2, there was this one achievement that said kill 15 lost enemies in one turn. For those of you who don't know, XCOM 2 is like a strategy game, turn-based, where you have your squad of elite soldiers that you have to guide during an invasion of aliens to defend Earth.
The power of the gods.
And you can have up to
Bot.
6 guys in your squad at the same time, and all of those guys have
Balls.
2 moves per round, per combat round, one of which can be shooting at the enemy. So there is pretty much no way you could kill 15 enemies in one round. But these special enemies, the Lost that you have there in the game, they are like zombie-like enemies, and they appear in big hordes, but are very, very weak. And the whole thing about those guys is that if you kill them with a normal attack, so not throwing a grenade at them or using a special ability, you will get your action back immediately. So you can shoot multiple times with the same soldier and kill more of those guys. So getting this achievement indeed is about making some decisions about which enemies to attack at which time, and actually intentionally making more of those enemies spawn. And this was indeed not too easy to do. I tried this for like 3 or 4 times until I finally got it. And when I got it, I was actually quite happy about it. So that one was a very well designed achievement in my opinion. Oh, attack deals damage based on our money. Cursed Slash as well. Hoarding Slash and Cursed Slash are both not bad. Let's get the Hoarding Slash for now.
Blade grows stronger.
Another well-designed achievement. I got all of the achievements on the 3 Dark Souls games.
Feeling tough.
And it actually felt like some real achievement, because there is, for every one of those games, one achievement that says get all achievements. So 100% the game. And this achievement is called the Dark Soul.
The god of trash is here. Let's get to
The
work.
God of Trash. Yeah, and so, you know, the Dark Souls games being notorious for being actually hard games, felt really nice to at one point be able to say, hey, I 100%ed that. Even if some of the achievements there that you had to get in order to unlock this did not feel that well designed. For example, I think it was in Dark Souls 3, there was this one achievement that was like, get all rings that are in the game. And seriously, that was not very fun to get, because you had to, like, wow, Death Defiance used. A lot of damage in one swing. Getting all the rings in Dark Souls is not easy, because you have to go to New Game Plus and then New Game Plus 2 for some of these rings to actually be obtainable. And some of those are missable. And if you go to New Game Plus 2 and then you miss one of those rings that you need to get, it's actually terrible. Feels really bad. Another Death Defiance use. Oh my god, I don't believe it. Wow. Tough, tough, tough. But still, if you get the final achievement there, the Dark Soul, it feels really, really good. So I count this as a well-designed achievement.
Did you enjoy the stint in Tartarus?
Maybe we need to get some more stuff out of Zeus.
All set.
I only have 2 boons right now. Yeah. Let's not do that, because we need the money for extra damage. So, third category of achievements. And these are the badly designed achievements. And to be honest, I gotta say, I feel like these are like most of the achievements there are. These are the things that are not fun to get, which are just like tedious or do take much too long to unlock,
Come meet my blade.
or have just horrible requisites in order to get, which feel out of your own possibility to actually force to get. You know, if you don't feel that you actually did this, but it just happened, that's always really bad. And one fun little story there is that the guys at Clay,
That is private property.
the developments, you probably know those guys. They have designed, they have made Don't Starve and stuff like Oxygen Not Included and so on. And those guys at one point spoke to some gaming platform makers. I don't exactly remember which one that was. I think it was like Sony or Nintendo with the Switch or the PlayStation. And they wanted to bring Don't Starve to that platform. And the platform makers told them, if you want your game to be featured on our platform, there have to be achievements. Because we want our gamers, our players, to be able to get achievements in every single game that we have on our platform. And Clay thought this was very, very stupid and was absolutely unnecessary. And I totally agree with them on that one, because Don't Starve is not a game that should have achievements, in my opinion.
Quick. So how come it took so long for him to show up in the first place? Well, I'm afraid that's not for you to know. But it's not because I was late. Not late for anything.
So, that guys... Oh, the Swift Strike could be very, very good here. Let's get that. So, the guys at Clay designed an achievement for that game where you have to build a certain machine. You know, Don't Starve is a survival game, open world, craft stuff and so on. And you have to craft a specific machine and use quite a lot of rare and uncommon resources for that. And place that machine in your world And then that machine has a lever in order to use it. And the thing pretty much does nothing at all, I think, besides making a counter on the machine go up by 1. And then you have to crank that lever 50 times or something like that in order to get this achievement. And that's all of it. Because they felt it was so unnecessary to have achievements in their game that they made the achievement that they were required to have extra meaningless and useless to have. And I thought that was a very, very fun idea.
Let's get out of
But some other games do that on purpose, it feels like. One example of that
break it up, witches.
would be, for example, Warframe. Warframe is a game that I've played for a long, long time. It's actually the game with the most playtime that I have. And it's very, very fun. But the achievements in the game are very, very meaningless in my opinion. So most of the achievements are like defeat the boss here, defeat the boss there, and stuff like that. And some achievements are like revive fallen teammate, because it's a online multiplayer shooter. For 1,000 times. You need to revive 1,000 fallen teammates. And actually, this is one of the achievements that I have not yet been able to unlock. I have more than 1,000 hours in that game, and I have not unlocked that achievement. Indeed, oh, that will be very helpful for more damage. Indeed, I think I'm like 200 revives off yet still. That's absolutely crazy. We are about to lose our last active finds, by the way. And other achievements like in that game Warframe, there's like normal missions that you can do, and they are very linear. And you have one specific task that you have to do, and once you're finished, the mission's over and you start a new mission. Wow. But at some point they implemented open world areas. And in these open world areas you have a lot more distance to travel. So they invented some means of travel to speed that up. And the first thing you got there was the K-Drive. I don't think we can afford to go down there. The K-Drive is pretty much like a hoverboard from Back to the Future. You've got this hoverboard and you step on it and you can go very, very fast.
She's always singing.
Thing here is, there is an achievement.
You're just in time, Your Royal Majesty. Got something real good cooking right here that you're gonna love. You hungry? Yeah?
Am I ever? You're always so generous. And you're always cooking. And singing. Do you have many guests come by? Your place seems somewhat off the beaten path.
What, you think I get a lot of guests here? No, but I like cooking anyway. It's like singing in a way. Keep getting better the more you try. Turns out a bit different each time.
That's a nice take. So let's take that.
Sounds good. No problem.
And a fishing spot. Let's also focus on that.
That's a bite. Cut a Slovak.
Okay, back to achievement talk.
Take care.
So you get your K-Drive, and there's an achievement that requires you to reach a certain distance traveled with that thing.
Hi, Charon. I finally met Hermes, god of swiftness, travel, bringing
What are
souls
these
of the departed to
interruptions?
your boat. Calls you his professional associate. You and you've been working together for a while, haven't you? You don't say.
Let's get the max HP. And this distance that you need to travel to unlock the achievement is 1,000,000 kilometers. 1,000,000.
Big one, huh?
And the thing about that is that there is actually other ways to travel these open world areas in the game a lot faster than using the K-Drive, because there is not so much later you get another way of transport, which is the archway, which is like a flying device that you can use. And that thing is a lot quicker than using the K-Drive. And as soon as you unlock that, you don't want to use your K-Drive anymore. So I tried actually getting that achievement. So I decided to use the suboptimal way and use the K-Drive instead of the archwing for a time. And then decided that it was so horribly impossible, because it took me days and days to go to 100,000 kilometers traveled, which is a tenth of what you actually need in order to get the achievement. So then I looked up how to get this achievement, and actually every single guide on the internet said, here is like an exploit or a little glitch that you can use to get this thing in a reasonable time. And it's going to a certain spot in one of these open world areas and then just dropping out of bounds. Because if you drop down very, very quickly, this also counts as distance travel on the thing. And can actually give you that achievement. And that is just so stupid and unnecessary. The developers should really have thought better about this one. Other games that have such things, such achievements, are for example Dead by Daylight.
Any more heads you'd like chopped off?
If you don't know that game, it's like an asymmetrical online game where you have 4 survivors and 1 killer, all played by players. And the killer needs to kill the survivors, and the survivors want to escape.
Where do you think you're going?
And for every single killer in the game and every survivor, there is an achievement to do some specific things with them.
Won't bother asking how come all my keepsakes are here.
And for especially for the older killers that were there at the start of the game, it's incredible how long you would have to play the game in order to unlock any achievement. For example, there's one killer in the game, the Huntress, which is able to throw hatchets at the survivors in order to wound and then kill them. And the achievement for her is to throw 1,000 of these hatchets in total. And you maybe throw 20 or 30 or something like that in a game, unless you are very, very dedicated and very much know how to play her. So in that case, it will take like 300 games of playing her, or even more. Just this one killer out of now 30 that are in the game. And each game takes like 10 minutes or something like that. You can do the math, and you will come to the conclusion that it takes a horrible amount of time to unlock that achievement. And that's there for every single killer in the game. Luckily, with the newer additions that they put into the game, they actually noticed that this was way overdone, and they needed to change something there. And they have toned this down a lot. So by now, most of the new killers that you can get their achievement in like 10 games of playing them or something like that. Yeah, that's very helpful. But these old achievements are still in the game unchanged, because some guys already have unlocked those, and if you would take that away from them, they would probably be mad about it. And rightfully so. Huh? So yeah, those are like really bad designed achievements, and I really don't like those. Indeed, another example that I want to give is Darkest Dungeon. And I hate to say it because I really like Darkest Dungeon, and I love Darkest Dungeon 2 if you have seen my playthrough of that so far. But there are some achievements that just feel so out of your control. So there is the normal achievements like defeat that boss, and that's alright. And then there are a lot of achievements that are like lose a hero to something very specific. Oh, 50% dodge chance. Yeah, we need that defensive buff. So like there is an achievement to lose a hero to the weakest enemy that there is in the game, a maggot.
Fountain chamber in this area.
Which is still not the worst achievement there is.
The delicately hewn constructions of Elysium exist places of peace, so utterly serene and absolute as mortal kind is seldom to experience during the average short and often painful coil.
Is this really as good as it gets for mortal kind?
Okay, maybe something defensive from her. So, you see, Darkest Dungeon
himself, which means that I have little hope of vanquishing you here.
So then why bother fighting me? You don't have to do this. That Theseus has a highly questionable influence on you.
I see you plain, short one. I too was born of darkness. But I chose the path of light. Even in death, it was not too late. Not even for a monster such as I. I trust your deaths will likewise be enlightening. Rage.
So, you know, in Darkest Dungeon there is the Deathstorm mechanic, which means that your heroes have a chance to not die immediately when they get hit while they are on 0 HP. And in the fight with the maggot, you can at least make yourself get the achievement by having a character be at 0 HP. Wow! Ooh. And then just not killing the maggot and waiting until it hits your guy and he fails his death check, and then you have your achievement. But there are actually achievements in the game that I tried to get that felt absolutely impossible to get. And as an example, I want to give you this one. There is an achievement to lose a hero to a trap. So you travel through the dungeon, and sometimes between the rooms there are the corridors that you travel, and sometimes there are traps. And you have to lose one of the heroes to such a trap. In order for this to happen unintentionally, while you're just playing the game, you would have to actually have a hero on death's door, walking down a pathway, a hallway.
I respect your strength, Short One. The champion of Elysium awaits. Until such time.
Where you could at any time just give them a bit of food to get them off death's door and at least have them have 1 or 2 HP so they can take one more hit.
I understand you've been in contact with my father. Your Uncle Zeus, I mean. He's taken interest in your plight. You should feel honored.
And I have no idea why anyone would ever... 10% reduced damage, nice. Would ever walk down a hallway which he has not scouted, and there could be a trap with a hero that is on death's door and that he could easily get off death's door. So that's entirely stupid. It will not happen by itself. It just won't. Unless you're absolutely stupid. You have to be retarded while playing the game in order to get this achievement. By accident. And then if you want to actually get it by intent, to try to get it, it's still incredibly hard. Because, you know, not every hallway does have a fight there. So the best way that you can have that is to actually scout a hallway, so you know that there is a trap there, then avoid this hallway for as long as you can, and have your heroes, or at least one hero, go down to death's door during another fight, where you have then to look out that they don't actually die, but to only go to death's door.
Let's have a look here.
And then you have to return to that hallway. And even then, when you walk on the trap intentionally, having one of you guys get hit by the trap.
Should help keep it going.
Now, little Hades, you have met my brother Zeus. He's sometimes known as King of all the gods. Although in many ways he's not as powerful as I, or anywhere as dashing.
Not anywhere as dashing. So...
Now, brother,
Ooh.
you know better than to say such things about me, I should think. I know that tact does not come easily to you, but I'd be careful what you say to our good nephew there. Anyway, as I was saying, little ladies, Brother Zeus is king of all the gods, and the most dashing, powerful, and hey, let's face it, godliest of all.
Nice. Keystone we already had once, but that could still be very, very useful. I would like to combine this with the title dash, but for now, let's get this.
2 for 1.
No, we don't fight him now. But do we want to get this? Yeah, maybe. Where was I? I don't remember.
They're making me choose.
I'm thankful for the gesture,
Title dash it is.
Can't say I didn't warn you, young man. I only wish that I could say you didn't insult me.
Okay, so now I remember. So you have actually gotten one of your guys, one of your heroes, to death's door and gotten a trap to step upon. And now you have a 25% chance that actually the hero that is on death's door will be hit, unless you have actually managed to get more than one guy on death's door for this occasion. And afterwards, when they are hit, there is a 67% chance they will actually not die from that hit.
Fully rearmed.
So you see, you have to do like a lot of things in order to even have a chance that this happens.
Behind us, wouldn't you?
And then it's 25% of 2/3, which is like a 10% chance or something like that, or a 15% chance that it happens. It's just so awful to try and get that. Yeah, let's take one of the things that we didn't have yet. We really need some help for the boss fight. Okay, so those are my examples for ad achievement, and I hope Darkest Dungeon 2 doesn't have such things, such achievements. But there is a fourth category, as I announced at the very beginning, and these are the achievements that are just broken. Achievements that are not working. And these are so frustrating to have, especially if they're on, there's like one or two of those on games that you really like and you have tried 100%. If you're an achievement hunter like me, and you had a game that you really liked, and you have gotten like 100 achievements, and then the last two you can't get. I actually have one of those on Warframe, where the achievement says like, kill the very first boss, or the first or second boss in the game, or something like that. And I have killed that boss dozens and dozens of times.
Have to keep going.
And actually have not gotten that achievement. The frustrating part actually is that... Yeah, so our run will probably come to an end here, but let's try anyway.
Rematch.
The thing with Warframe is...
Hellspawn, you seek to break through to the surface of the world, but you shall not achieve your goal whilst I yet live and breathe, or the equivalent of it here in the splendors of Elysium.
And you leave me with little choice but to make you shut up already, and your bull-headed manservant there.
That Minotaur whom you address is my dear friend, you preconceiving stain upon the earth. Asterius and I are brothers here in death, as we were enemies in life. Not that you could ever understand fraternal bonds as strong as ours.
So there, come back to that. Warframe actually has their achievements that are there for Steam, also in-game. So there's a tracker in-game that will tell you which achievements you have gotten and which you don't have. And actually, the in-game, the game actually tells me that I have gotten this achievement and I have defeated that boss. But it seems that when I have gotten that, it just didn't register with Steam. And because now I already have that one, and I can't get it again, I just will never get it on Steam. And there is, out of the, I think, 109 or something achievements that are there for Warframe, I'm missing 6 right now, one of which is this. And I will never be able to get it. And I would really like to. But yeah, that's it. Tough luck. And yeah, broken achievements are actually the worst. And that finishes my roundabout achievements, which has taken pretty much all of this run. I think it was an interesting and fun thing to talk about. So for now, I actually think we could have a chance to actually beat Theseus. I'm saving up the Greater Call until his final phase, so we maybe could tone this down a bit. And now use it. Time is up! Oh my god, we're losing health! I think no, we'll die to time out! No! We could have made this if we didn't have the time limit. Ah, too bad. Too bad.
Oof, that was a little too much.
Still not the worst of runs. Ah. Okay, let's talk to the guys here.
Hypnos must be on break.
Ooh, hey, Dusa.
Just please be careful where you go after you eat all this time, okay, Serby?
I understand that you created quite a stir within Elysium. An all-out brawl within Eternal Paradise.
You call that paradise? It's just a bunch of shades bored out of their former skulls, itching for a chance to feel alive again.
What would you know of it? The greatest mortals have their every need fulfilled within that place. Dread to hear what they shall say of all of this.
You'll find out soon enough.
Hey.
The sealed weapons by your chambers. Your father won't observe their absence, I don't think. They remind him of a time he stood together with his brothers and sisters. He wants nothing more to do with any of that. I think it's fitting you've inherited their power.
Power that once sealed away the Titans. Maybe it's a power that can break me out of here. Thank you for helping me, Achilles.
I was just thinking maybe the reason that we died here was because I was slacking off a bit and not probably using the time that we had on the timer.
Orpheus, forgive my bluntness here, but I have to ask, why won't you sing? You were a legend, mate. Our court musician.
Why, it's that I've lost my muse, my friend. It isn't harder to explain than that. Have you not had such moments in your life where you had lost the will to chase your passions?
I suppose I have, yeah. But recently I found my drive again. And that's why I have to get out of here.
And I am truly happy for you, friend. Alas, I've had no luck in my own search. Not that I'm searching any longer, so I'll just be over here, okay?
That's really depressing. We don't have enough gemstones or diamonds.
Ugh. So, Zagreus, how's it going with that pact of punishment you signed? You've made some meaningful improvements to the underworld.
I'll fight my way out of this place or earn it. The pact is nothing to me other than a way to keep things lively.
You are delusional. I'll never understand you or your father. Anyway, if you're looking for more punishment, you know where to find me.
I do indeed. Cooking's one way to pass the time.
I was indeed so hoping to meet Patroclus again in the Elysium.
Wretched broker, what's new, my friend?
I think we actually want to do that.
Give me the current special.
Ah, so we got gemstones 4 keys. Okay, I really can't remember if the thing on the right and the thing on the left is what you pay and what you get. So you pay on the thing on the right and you get the thing on the left. Good thing for future reference.
What do these shades have to say for themselves?
Okay, I don't actually think we have
I want to go lie
what
down.
it takes to get any upgrade here.
A prophecies
Nothing to
appear.
get here. I'll unlock more stuff, and we've got very little darkness, so maybe we want to back that up for later. So I think that's it for today. My name is Domoic Bonsai. I'm your friendly little neighborhood tree. I wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.